Today's video is all about brushstrokes painted one at a time. It is the opposite of simply colouring a drawing with paint. By the end of the activity, you will be more aware of the creative potential of every single brushstroke you make. But first, a story about one brushstroke. This brushstroke. Now, in addition to teaching art, I also make my own art. And over the past year, I've been making several series of artworks, paintings and drawings of trees. And they all started with some sketches that I did last summer in an old orchard that I was staying by. And these sketches inspired me to start creating large paintings and ink drawings of trees. Quite recently, in one of the smaller series, I was creating this painting and there was a gap in this corner and I created a single brushstroke like that and then another one like this. And the next day I thought I would start my painting with those brushstrokes and see if I could create some kind of tree shape just using those brushstrokes. I kind of discovered the brushstrokes because I had bought a new brush, a new pointed watercolor brush. And these were the paintings, the first paintings that I had used it with. So I kind of discovered this brushstroke by accident. And when I created this tree from it, it also suggested to me the shape of birds. So in paintings that followed, I was changing between the two of making birds in some cases and creating part of the tree form in others. And then I discovered that I had made a line of birds above the tree and started playing with that. And it all arose because I created one brushstroke to fill a blank space. We learn two important things. One, experiments can occur anytime you make art. And two, it is important to notice your accidental inventions. So, be attentive to every mark you make. In this activity, you will need paper, brushes, ink, and watercolors. When you're experimenting, use 3 or 4 different brushes and use each brush at different angles and different pressures. Doing this, you will discover new marks and shapes. Repeat each stroke a few times and try to fill your page. In step 2, we're going to create. Choose one of the brushstrokes you created in step 1. Repeat it over and over until you fill a sheet of paper. Each brushstroke will be a little unique, and that's okay. Let it all develop by intuition. Step 3, which is all about colour, takes it to the next level. Use the same brushstroke from the previous step, but this time make each stroke a different colour. Be intuitive and playful. It's okay if the shapes start evolving and morphing. Now, why is this important? What is every painting fundamentally about? Every painting is about brushstrokes. It's about paint on a flat surface. So this challenge of being attentive to every individual brushstroke will help develop your painting skills. And whether you're using it with ink or watercolor or acrylic or oil, it will help you remember that every painting is made up of individual brushstrokes, and it will help you develop the skills of being patient enough to develop areas of colour through the application of one colour brushstroke at a time, rather than filling in areas as if you're painting the side of a house. It's always good to take time out at the end and reflect on what you just did. Lay out your experiments and art pieces and talk about what you liked and discovered. If you have time, repeat steps 2 and 3 using a new shape from your experiment sheet.